Well, hello, Cancer. This is Mary Ellen. Coming once again from Moonrise Cottage. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I just want to express all my love and gratitude for all the subscribers of my channel. I've been doing the deep dive with the water signs, and I had intended to wait on getting some of the readings out. There were a lot of folks here over the last couple weeks for shamanic journeys. And today is Sunday, it's the 30th. It's the first day I've had to sort of take a deep breath and actually exhale from the intensity of all the last couple of months in my own life and the journeys that I've had. So I woke up this morning thinking I'm just going to have a day off, in a sense. And then the thunder and lightning started. And I thought, no, I have to go and make some videos for the water sign folks. So I'm going to get the water sign readings out today. And then I think I'm just going to carry on over the next couple of days despite my original intention. So thank you so much for being here. I've been asking people lovingly to please remember to click the like button for me. It does help my channel and helps the videos go out. So click the like button. Please share on all your social media. I don't know if you can hear the rumble of the thunder, and we'll go forward. So I think there's a special message today for the water sign people, and I'll do my best to, my guys just say, to use fidelity to get the message out. So the reason I'm jumping in is that just about a year ago, I think it was actually the June reading for Cancer, was really intense, really beautiful, and it was on a day like this when there was thunder and lightning. And since those days, I've come to a very deep understanding, the next level of my understanding, my guides are saying, about the water sign life and transformative cycle. And thunder and lightning plays very deeply into that. There's a little video. I'll put a link, one of those eye in the sky things on the video. And look, thank you, Spirit. There we go. So I'm just going to spit the cards out. Spirit's saying spit the cards out while I'm talking. And I just grabbed up the decks. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the cards out. I'm going to let the thunder direct us, thunder and lightning that's going on. And then we'll jump into the reading. So just come along with me on this mystical ride. This beautiful reading that wanted to come out on this mysterious day. So I believe that goes like that. Spirit, what is it you'd like to say to beautiful Cancer on this day? Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. You know what? I realize I have to move these up, don't I? Okay, Spirit. What is it for a beautiful Cancer? What is it they need to know about the journey for the month of July? But I believe we're really talking about the eclipse and forward, my guides are saying. So, of course, since we're talking about Cancer, there's the next card. My guides are, ooh, look at that. My guides are saying, don't worry, we'll write these up, meaning straighten them out in a nice Virgo fashion. Okay, Spirit, what would you like to speak to regarding the Cancer journey, the soul journey for Cancer through the eclipse and through the month of July? And here comes the next card. Of course, look at that. Not a surprise. The Perfecter of Energy, that's the World card. We're having a shamanic journey again, Cancer. You folks are very, the power, so many things. The power of the water element coming forward in these days. So here we have, boy, there's a lot of cards here. Okay. Let me just check with my guides. I think a couple of things fell out. I love that little feather. All right. We are obviously talking about a new cycle for you. I think we're going to go this way with it. I'm going to have to move the camera back. My guys want that. Okay. Cancer, of course, we're not surprised. So my guides want this up top. The Rainmaker, of course, you folks, and the outcome cards. So I will get to all of these beautiful things. You've seen these a lot, Cancer, and I'm having a little bit of understanding now about why it's this way. Hang on, let me just check my camera. I'm going to have to move the camera back a little bit in order to get everything into the viewfinder. So, one more thing I need to check, and bear with me, I apologize. There, that's a little bit better. Okay, so, jumping right in, gang. Look at that. Look at that display of cards. That's phenomenal. I love it. So, the first thing that we'll start with are the oracle cards that I've taken to the habit, my guides are saying, of picking oracle cards just to get an overview, a theme for discussion for the reading. So Cancer, the first card that came out was the snake, and that is about transformation, but transformation within the cycle of transmutation, which is a vastly different effect. My guides are talking about the effects. Okay, they're talking about movies and special effects, things that are fantastical that one wouldn't expect. So, snake medicine is about the ability to be bitten. It's a very shamanically focused card. The ability to be bitten and to survive and to thrive on the poison that has been injected into you, because it is about magic. It's about coming into your power through the medicine of the snake, transformative ability to bring forward your new life. And I love that we see the snake there with its egg. So I have been deep into my own cycle in terms of the snake medicine. And so, snake medicine people are somewhat rare to go through this type of a cycle. So make sure to go online and look up snake medicine so that you really educate yourself. But you are being bitten in some way in order to cause you to transform, to radically shift and change your life, and to understand the difficulties that are coming to you, the shocking, frightening things that are happening that you did not anticipate. So we see this notion of rattlesnake. Something suddenly came across your path that you didn't expect, perhaps that you didn't want, and it's there to shake the rattle at you. And I love that the next card out is the Ghost Dance. So whatever it is that is transmuting, it's funny, when the Scorpio folks were here a couple days ago for another beautiful intensive shamanic retreat, we were talking about Calvin and Hobbes and the notion of the transmogrifier. So go online and look at that. We were really sort of yucking it up and having a laugh. But that's what this is all about. You are going into some special kind of a place, particularly through the eclipse, very obviously. And it is about the ghost dance. So the ghost life, that which has come I'm just going to leave a pause for the thunder. Returning to you, my guides are saying. So I want to read from the book about that. That's number 22, from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. The ghost dance united the spirits of the living with those of the ancestors to bring peace to the world. When the ancestors are honored, they bring harmony to us. The ancestors now have a message of healing and powerful medicine to offer to you. So create a sacred moment at your altar, light a candle to them, let their wisdom infuse you. At this stage in your life, you are done repeating their tragic stories. Oh, it's giving me a shiver. Thank you, Spirit. Step into the abundance that is offered to you and receive these gifts of those who've come before you. And it is time to write a new story for your life. Perfect. And then next to the ghost dance, we have this notion of the eruption of light. and then followed by the Rainmaker. So my guides are saying a beautiful, auspicious day for a reading to come out when we're talking about the type of transmutation, the type of shift and change that the Cancer people are experiencing as they lead us now into, and in conjunction actually with the Capricorn folks, taking the reins for an intense amount of transformation. And in a very loving way, the way the Capricorn folks have been doing, offering leadership as we go forward into the transformation of 2020. And you know what I'm realizing? Just give me a moment. I'm going to check it, make sure my volume is all the way up. I sometimes forget to check these things, and then it causes a problem. There we go. Okay, thank you. So we're coming through this eclipse in order to, my guys are saying, up the ante with the water element, joining together with the earth sign people who've been working so hard to bring this transmutation here to this realm. Within each of us, within the global collective consciousness, as we struggle with the dark and the light, in a sense, as an allegory, if you will. So when we see the snake medicine, the ghost dance, and following that eruption of light, which I love, thank you, Spirit, that's what the eclipse is all about. And the Rainmaker, how perfect. Being able to do the sacred dance that needs to be done and know how it is that the cycle comes forward. So again, if you haven't seen the video I did about the transmutation of the water sign people, please go look at that. I'll put a little eye in the sky thing at the end of the video so you can go check it out on my channel. It has everything to do with the way in which we transform as a global collective in these intensely important days over the next 6 months coming forward. We'll go through then the winter solstice and on into 2020. And it is these next 6 months, I believe, in which we do our own work that is going to affect the transmutation that is meant to happen in 2020 and beyond. And there's a long, my guides always call it a dissertation. There's a long dissertation about that, but I will not foist it upon the Cancer reading this month, but it is coming. So this is what my guides want to talk about. And there we have the beautiful Five of Cups. In this Celtic Wisdom Tarot deck, it is the combat of art. So yes, we are doing combat here on the earth with the notion of love and stability. How does that build power? So if that's the thing that we are, my guides are saying obsessing about. Okay, they're talking about the philosophical notion. And they really want, Cancer, they want you to know how important your energy is now going forward along with Capricorn. Then they keep saying, you know, joining the Capricorn energies, the earth sign energies, to come forward in these days and do combat in a philosophical way with the notion of love. And what is it? What does it mean when some people are left out in any society? Okay, they're saying words like global factions and things like that. I think they're referencing politics, etc. And so for all of us, no matter what your belief system is, are you actually a warrior of love? Or are you creating circumstances that leave some people out in the cold when it comes to love energy? So I believe there's something going on inside of you, Cancer. And it may be you with yourself. So that's the overall theme of the reading. And here we have the Tower. And in Celtic Wisdom Tarot, it's the changer of truth. And I love that. Beautiful. The Tower moments continue. They've been going on for a while. We're all coming through these days of the eclipse. So Cancer, for you, this has to do with a thunderbolt moment that changes you to the core. Something having to do with your heart, and that which no longer serves you is turned upside down and cast out. And this is about intention. There's something that is going on within you with a certain amount of clarity, or it doesn't come forward. This is not a shock. This is not destructive power. This is the creative power that's related to these desires that Cancer folks bring. Well, all water signs actually bring to the creative process of transmutation that we're having while we think about our ancestors. And my guys are talking about, the ancient ones working together with us now in these days because of the astrology of the moments to bring forward the eruption of light. Do you see how these are aligned? That's the sun card. The tower. It is out of the darkness, out of the thunderstorms that the lightning comes. And again, they're referencing this reading I did about the life cycle of the water sign. So please go look at that. It has to do with your own transformation and the transformation that your element brings to our unfolding as directed by prophecy and the astrology of the next couple of years. And it is the light that comes out of the darkness. It's part of the purpose of the darkness. So understand yourself as a change agent. Do you see this? How they reflect each other in a way, and the ghost dances here. And of course, the Rainmaker. That's what this is all about. It's about bringing forward the shock and the change through a lightning bolt, thunder and lightning moment that causes the rain to come because the electric charge of the elements that are going on in the atmosphere. It's beautiful. And so, as we know, rain and water are associated with love energy. So the purpose of this for July and the next 6 months coming forward is beautiful balancer. And I love this because, in a sense, it's a Libra that we're talking about. But it's the air element that is needed in order to bring these thunderbolt moments and set up the situation in which the rain can come. It's beautiful. So for you, Cancer, it's about, of course, balancing yourself. And that's the beautiful goddess Elena, or Elena, depending on how you want to pronounce it. She's the balancer of harmony, actually. And she stands in the universe. She has been split open and resewn. And her job was to help seafaring vessels find their way. So she takes her balance from the cosmic realm. It's perfect. And the purpose, of course, on the human realm for you, Cancer, has to do with reintegration of your soul and understanding everything you've been through and how it brings you again to this idea of transmutation and completing a healing cycle. So another year has gone by since the last reading for Cancer that came out. I think it was actually June, on a day of thunder and lightning. And I'm very appreciative of the universe bringing this forward on this beautiful day. I love it. So for those of you that might be new, this is a story about Merlin who had lost his way. The way love energy on this planet has been misused, the way it has been used to abuse other people, there's a lot coming through about that. So understand yourself as a sacred form of energy in the fractal of humanity. It is your vibration that you carry, along with you as an individual, that is bringing this beautiful shift and change, helping humanity to reclaim itself and to reintegrate after having been fractured. And sitting aligned with the Tower card, it's an incredibly beautiful message. Thank you, Spirit. And there it is, the beautiful woman of art. My guides are saying there's not much we need to say about that, but if you, they're saying peer into the photograph, the illustration. That's the purpose of the reintegration, is so that your energy can flow upon the earth and you flow into the shift and change that is meant for you. And it literally is about transmutation in a very shamanically led way because of the snake bite energy and the ghost dance and the tower moment. There is something about the electric charge of these moments that's going to bring your flow forward in order to transmute this energy for yourself in your own life and that which is going on here in the earth. So I'm grateful for that. So the bridge card in my readings is the thing that ties this earthly journey on the bottom row together with the soul effort and implication of what you're doing on a soul level. And my guides, again, are talking about the collective. So another notion of a transmutational journey with the sacred feminine as a shamanistic guide. A very powerful woman, the Queen of Battle, is here to help you and to help all of humanity. There's a lot to know about this beautiful woman. Part of her power was to shapeshift. And so you're being asked to shapeshift in all the ways that I've been speaking about. She's here to help you. She brings a lot of power to you for this particular battle with the self and into the collective, because as you transmute yourself, you literally change the collective, because your energy changes, your vibration changes as you come into yourself. So I love that notion. Following along all the things that you're doing on the human realm. So when we come to the mystical realm, the soul level, we see the beautiful continuation of sacred feminine power. I don't know if you can tell, but in the center of this card, we see the breastplate has swastikas. Let me see if I can hold it a little bit closer to the camera. Do you see the swastikas? It is about the turning of sacred feminine energy, Kundalini awakening at the root chakra, coming into balance in order to have the stimulation of the pineal gland and the crown chakra. Okay, my guides are talking about the totality of the internal energy expressing itself through your human. Okay, they're using words that I can't even say. They're talking about the algorithm of humanity now. And I believe what they're talking about is the way humanity is destined to shift and change through the individual set points on the tapestry, or the energetics, the subtle energies that make up the energetics of the chords of the tapestry. And my guides are talking about the essential, quintessential sound of the universe, which is the feminine. It is the Om sound, coming into the full light of the sun through the month of July, preparing us. All right, so Spirit is saying preparing us to be prepared. Interesting. So think on that notion a little bit. There's some depth to that. I'm not going to try to use human words to go into it, but to bring this perfection of energy into full vision, into the full light of the sun. And I love that it's aligned with the eruption of light. And my guides are, again, talking about the rainmaker. What it is that rains down upon the earth that's reflected in your life cycle, your transmutation cycle for all water signs. And this is the next phase of the soul journey, and it is for the collective as we stand in the full light of the sun, standing on the ground of the ancients, which is what the ghost dance is talking about. Really beautiful for the next phase of a full soul journey. So obviously, this soul journey coming forward, no doubt the eclipse is coming in just a couple days, and that's why I really wanted to get this out today. My guides are pushing me to get this out. So again, there we see an awakening along the spine. Some would call it Kundalini awakening. As we slumber, metaphorically, in our human state, and then something happens, a moment comes, and our spirit rises through a portal out into the universe in order to have this adventure. Do you see the sacred bowl? And the turning of destiny above the head. So, going out for an adventure, absolutely, in this beautiful way, because of prophecy, because of your ability and all the skills that you've built over the last year, Cancer, my guides are saying coming to a head now. And then the outcome is the mingler. It's the thread that's been running through the reading about joining with all of humanity because of the alchemy of this moment. So that is a sacred alchemist, another beautiful goddess, the goddess Coventina, who churns butter, bringing things into solid form, having her whole intention upon the water sign element most particularly upon Cancer, in these days as we sail through the eclipse with the North Node in Cancer. A new moon, a new path being created. Understand yourself as an alchemical element, Cancer. And to the best of your ability, when the eclipse comes, be with yourself in that notion. Put your humanity aside for a moment and understand what it is that you carry, that the universe is literally using as an agent of change, providing that for us as our destiny collectively begins to shift and change. And of course, right? Of course, it's a moment of initiation. Another place where you get to jump in really deeply, take your sacred vows, make the sacrifice, collect your amulet. That's the goddess of sacrifice. She's been through a lot, and she's learned what she has needed to learn, and she bestows the amulet upon the initiate when the initiate accepts the energy and the willingness to sacrifice your life, dedicate your life to something greater than yourself. It's a really beautiful, beautiful depiction of what the Celtic Wisdom Tarot deck calls the dedicator of lore. And so here on the soul level, we also see the beautiful sun card, but that is connected with the dedicator of lore in terms of being the foundation of sacred lore and the way it comes into the sun, in a sense, in your life. So let's pick something from the runes. And my guides are saying this is not a new message, Cancer, but understand that you have come into your time. For this to be the change agent, to join with the earth signs, to bring forward the shift and change. And understand as you live your own life and as you do your own process, it's important now to understand yourself literally as a change agent through the energy that you carry, and understand as you walk through your days that both things are true. You have a human journey, you have a soul journey, but there is something more. And it is the something more that my guides are talking about. And that's why they put the initiation card there. Once again, that you've seen so many times. And I think because the ghost dance is there, the eruption of light is there, there's going to be, you're moving into a time. We are all moving into a time when we understand, as we perfect our energy, we're going to understand what that really means. And the way you walk and the way you feel inside your human form is going to shift and change. As you come into your awareness of yourself as a sacred energy holder, here, placed here for a purpose, to be a change agent. And in order to do that, of course, you have to come into your own balance and reintegrate yourself. Whichever way you need to transmute, those energies are available to you now because of the eclipse season. So pay close attention to that for you. And Goddess willing, I'll be here to say whatever my guides have to say about that. So Spirit, what is it that may help Cancer as we come into the eclipse? And there it is. Ooh, through the... Perfect. Look at that. Thank you, Spirit. All right, I'm going to put it right there. Right at the center, my guides are saying. We'll read that to you from the book, okay? So I'm using the Book of Runes from written by the beautiful Ralph Blum. There is a lot more to know about these runes, but I love this book because it boils it down in a way that is digestible. But I encourage everybody to go and look, as a friend of mine has encouraged me to look deeper into the meanings of the runes. So that's on page 139. It's the rune for wholeness. I love it. Thank you, Spirit. It's perfect. So this is Sowelu. It is about wholeness. It's about life force energy and the sun's energy. The whole cycle of transmutation, if you carry the energy of the water sign people in any way, and I think most particularly in a sense for Cancer, because Cancer represents stable, solid water. It's very interesting. And Sowelu stands for wholeness, that which our nature requires. It embodies the impulse towards self-realization. Thank you, Spirit. And it indicates the path that you must follow, not from ulterior motives, but from the core of your individuality. And my guides are saying it's about being a water element person. Seeking after wholeness is the spiritual warrior's quest. And yet, what you are striving to become, in actuality, is what by nature you already are. Become conscious of your essence. Bring it into form. Express it in a creative way. So Wello is a rune of great power. It makes life force available to you. And it marks a time for regeneration, right down to the cellular level. And we see it all over the card, so I'm thankful for this. Although this rune has no reversed position, there is reason for caution. You may see fit to be withdrawn, or even to retreat in the face of a pressing situation, especially if events or people are demanding that you expend your energy now. Know that such a retreat is a retreat into strength, a voyage inward for centering and for balance. Timely retreat is among the skills of the spiritual warrior. So Wello counsels opening yourself up, letting the light into a part of your life that has been secret. Boy, can I relate to this. And there we have eruption of light. So to accomplish this may call for a profound recognition, for admitting to yourself something that you've long denied. There is a prayer known as the Gayatri that embodies the spirit of the rune of wholeness. It is time to address the sun. Wow, look at this, Cancer. Your readings are always so beautiful. So address the sun, face the sun. Here's the prayer if you choose to do so. You who are the source of all power, whose rays illuminate this world, illuminate also my heart, so that it too can do your work. While reciting the Gayatri, visualize the sun's rays streaming forth into the world, entering your heart, and then streaming out from your heart's center and back into the world. This is a powerful and life-enhancing prayer and practice. There's a caution not to give yourself airs. Even in this time of bountiful energy, you are required to face and vanquish your refusal to let right action flow through you. And it's this card that my guides are pointing to, the way in which we employ our love energy. It's time to reintegrate and understand the purpose and the correct use of love energy in your life as an individual and obviously as a collective. Nurse the capacity for humility. It is the mark of a truly wise person. Practice the art of doing without doing. Aim yourself truly, and then maintain your aim without manipulative effort. Meditate on the Christ's words, I can of my own self do nothing, for by our own power we do nothing. Even in loving, it is love that loves through us. And that's, in a sense, there's the purpose of my channel in a nutshell. My guides are saying that's what we've been talking about. So Cancer, this month, understand the power that's available to you as you go through this transformative process, this transmutation, to see yourself truly as a global energy field. It's time to go very deeply into your understanding, your feeling, your awareness, your thought process about that notion. You walk through this life as a human with a brain, and there's something that you are meant for. It is time in these next 6 months to really focus there. What is it your energy is meant for? As we walk together in this collective adventure toward wholeness, toward the flow of this beautiful energy, to transform the experience that we've been having, the way we use love energy, what we expect from it, the narrow way we understand it. I'd love to hear from anybody who's going through a transformative process. Cancer, have a wonderful month. Thank you so much for being here with me. Don't forget to click the like button and share and subscribe and all that happy stuff. If you want to be in contact with me, the links are below the video. And I'll look forward to being with you again soon. Have a wonderful eclipse season. My guides are talking about be in the quiet of the moments. That's why the room was talking about withdrawal. There's a lot of activity going on, but there's also the ability to come into a place of balance through this great shift and change, to go into the deep places and go out with your soul energy into the mysterious place of transformation. So enjoy the month. Thanks for being here again. I'll look forward to speaking with you about this notion my guides are saying in the month of August. I can't believe it's already going to be August. Cancer, I appreciate everything you're doing. It's like my guides are saying, spread the love.